Okay, so now one. All right, so we're on page 11, and it's going to be called segment addition. So you'll have a ticket out that has to do with this. We'll practice. I'll walk around, check on how you're doing. So for segment addition, you'll have a segment. For your problems, they'll draw it for you. And then they will tell you some measurements. And then what you will need to do is you'll have to label. That will be the first thing. So I'm going to show you how you're supposed to label. Page 11. And then for the other examples, you will label, and then I'll walk around and put a check if you labeled it correctly. So from A to B, you're going to label that. It tells you how long it is. It tells you it's X. Just pay attention to what the letters tell you. So like you can't label A to B. If this is A to B, you're not going to put X over here. So from A to B, I'm going to write it right there. I'm going to put X because it tells me AB equals X. That's the length. Then it tells me BC is 13. So BC is 13. I'm going to label that. And it's not like it's wrong, but AC is 20. So from A to C is 20. If I write it here with the other ones, it's not wrong. It just might be confusing. So I'm going to write it at the top and I'm going to label that this is 20. So you could do it under. I could have put the X up here, but I keep it like this so that there aren't two different numbers and it doesn't get confusing. Okay, so I've labeled it. So that's the first thing you have to do. You'll have to label that on your ticket out. They'll give you a picture and then you'll write it on there. So thumbs up. I think I can do the next label by myself. Middle, maybe I need another example, and I don't know how you put the numbers. Okay, couple in the middle. All right. All right, so what we're going to do next is now we're going to do the segment addition equation. So your test will be pretty much the same thing like this. It'll be like probably multiple choice, so it'll say, is this labeled correctly? And you'll put yes or no. Okay, when we do segment addition, because we're doing this, we're going to be adding the pieces and then we're going to put the total. Okay, we're going to be adding the pieces that they give us. Sometimes you'll have 3 pieces, so you'll just add however many pieces and then you'll have a total. So this piece right here, that piece AB is X. So I put X. The other piece that's here is 13. And then the whole thing, the total is 20. Everybody good so far? Okay, so thumbs up, like I can do the next one. I can put them together. I need another example and I have no idea where you're getting this from. Okay, don't say any thumbs down, just one head down. Okay, so what we're going to do next is solve. So you could do this in your head. What number plus 13 is 20? Or like the other ones that are going to maybe need you to solve like an equation. You'll have a couple of different kind on your test and your ticket out. Like this one, I think you could do it in your head. You don't have to do this part. But we're going to go ahead and move the 13 because it's positive. The opposite would be minus 13. Minus 13, that's 0. Can't see that. That's 0. Can you see that? Yeah, right. 20 minus 13, I was going to say 7. So X equals 7. So that's what we're doing. You're going to label, you're going to write the segment addition equation, and then you're going to solve. This one was like one step. You could have done it in your head. I know 7 plus 13 is 20. Okay. So now let me show you another example. For this one, I'm going to ask you to label. I will walk around and then I'll put a check on your paper if you have done it correctly. Got it, Kayla? Okay, so remember for a couple of you that we are doing the countdown, so if you have electronics out, because I'm recording, I may not like say it out loud in front of everybody. Just know that I'll be making a mental note. Okay, so there's your segment for the second example that we're doing. I'm gonna have you label this one. So you're gonna label FD 2X. You're gonna label DW 10, and then the whole thing FW 28. So I'll give you some time to copy. I'll give you some time to label, and then I'll walk around and put a check on your journal on your paper. When you'll have to turn in this page 11, that's why I'm recording. So if someone's absent or I don't know, loses their journal and needs to copy it again, whatever, needs to see this again, then they'll be able to see it. So I'm gonna walk around, put check if you have labeled this correctly. So you're gonna label from F to D 2X, from D to W 10, and then from F to W 28. And then I'll put a check on your paper. So eventually, not right now, but you'll take a picture of it. You'll send it to me on Remind on Thursday. I'll be able to see the checks, and that will be extra credit to your grade. Okay, everybody understand that part? Hello. Yeah, this is not today. This is my third period. All right, so let me walk around, and some people have their pencils down, so I'll probably start with them, and I'll put a check on your paper if it's correctly labeled. Yes, I do. Okay, Justin, you need to do this stuff. Okay, can you go to the attendance office? New label F to D is 2X. Yeah, you're ahead. I was just checking that first. Label it, but I think almost for this 2X. Like what you label. I have not come down this way, right? Hey, if you weren't sure what, yeah, almost done. What I meant by that, so from F to D, it's 2X. So you're supposed to write 2X like between F and D. And then between D and W, you would write 10. And then between F and W, like the whole thing, that would be 28. That's what I was asking for. Okay, so a lot of people got checks. Let's do the next part. So segment addition, I'll walk around for this one too. What two pieces do you need to add to get to the total? So I'll walk around and check that. Go ahead and write on your paper, and in a little bit, once you're done, put your pencil down, and then I'll give you a check for this part. So you're adding the two pieces to get to the total. Some of you have already done this step, and we're a little bit like ahead. So I'll get there in just a minute. If your pencil's down, I'll start. with you. Kevin, looks like your column's kind of more ready.
Wait.
Good. So what, yeah, equals what? Yeah, you're on the right track. Good, if I can check on your paper, go ahead and try to solve it. So if I put check on your paper, go ahead and try to solve that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I checked this already. Good, the equation's good, the equation's good, the equation's good. Equation's good. The equation's good. Hey, did I check this row already? Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that yours? No. Yeah. 6%. Okay, so let's see what it was supposed to be. In case you didn't get the check already, so this is a piece right here, it's 2x. The other piece right here is 10. And so then the total is what? Michael, can you tell me?
2 plus 10?
No. It tells you right here, the total. You see how they got 28? Yeah.
But how's it 28?
That's just the total of it.
So you multiply?
So we're gonna solve for the x.
What is the x is what?
We're gonna solve for it. We don't know what it is yet. That's exactly the point. We don't know what it is yet, so we're gonna solve for it. That's just how long it measures.
28 inches.
28 units.
Unit.
Since we don't know how many, like if it's inches, centimeters, feet, yards, we call it units when we don't know. It just tells you that's the total. Those two pieces together make 28. It doesn't have to be drawn to scale. So we're gonna solve so that maybe it will make sense why. So because it's a plus 10, I'm gonna subtract it to move it to the other side. Minus 10. Minus 10. 28. Say again? 18. Yeah, 28 minus 10 is 18. So that tells you that essentially this piece right here is 18. And that would make sense, right? Because 18 plus 10 is 28. Does that make sense to everybody? Right? 18 plus 10 is 28. So now 2x, so 2 of these equal 18. So what do I do to get x by itself? Yeah, divide. So then x equals 9. That's what we're doing. All right, we're going to do one more together. A lot of you are getting to this point already, which is very, very nice. All right, so let's do one more. You're going to label. You're not getting it yet. I'll walk around. Go, if you don't have space on this one, you could do it on 130. Okay, so there's this. All right, so same thing. Please go ahead and label.
What's the last one?
Sorry, 24. I mean 42. So you're gonna label from G to K, it's 3x. From K to M, it's 24. It's not to scale, and the entire thing is 42. So in a little bit, once I see pencils are down, that means you finished labeling it. I'll walk around and do the checks. So you're labeling it. As soon as I put the check with the label, go ahead, do the equation, and then you can solve. That's what we'll do as our like ticket out in just a minute. So Once I see more pencils down, I'll walk around. So from G to K, it's 3x, so label that. From K to M, it's 24, and the whole thing is 42. It's not drawn to scale. For to scale, I would have to like get a ruler and like mark it off, that kind of a thing, but. Okay, so let me walk around and put a check if it's labeled. Once you get this check, go ahead and start doing your segment addition. All right, so I checked here. Heaven, have I checked this all yet? Yeah, I did, right. I haven't checked it all. So I'm the only one I haven't checked. Right? Everybody else's paper. Okay, so far everybody that I checked had it correct. Good job. So from G to K, it's 3x. From K to M, it's 24. The whole thing is 42. All right, so please write your segment addition. So what two pieces do you add? And then what's the total? I'll walk around and check it. So I'm gonna walk around and check your segment addition equation. Once I put a check, go ahead and solve it. That's good. Yes, that's good. I haven't checked if it's solved, but that is written correctly. Yes, I solved it. Once I check it, that's good. That's good. Solve it. That's good. Solve it. Yeah, good job. Solve it. Yeah. Good job. And you're on the right track. This is great. How much did it last year? I know. Good job. It's on correctly. I mean, it's a. Let's see. It's set up correctly. Here's the 2, 3. It's good. Good job on. I think you're finished, but so far so good. Yep. Good job. So far so good. Solve it. All right. Yeah. You're on the right track. See. Good. You don't have to solve it now. Who did I not check? Who did not get checked? Did I haven't checked you? Good job. So far, this is good. I checked the version here. Yes. All right. So we're gonna solve on the board, and then you'll do the rest of the practices. You'll so. Okay, 3x, 24 is 24. The whole thing is 42. And we're gonna solve. A lot of people had this the right track. This is a plus, so you do the opposite. Minus 24, minus 24. It equals 18. 3x equals 18. I hope you start getting the pattern. Like you subtract it and then you divide. Divide by 3. Yeah. 18 divided by 3 is 6. You will be able to use the decimals calculator when you take the test, but it's going to be like this. I'll show you more examples right now. please go to Canvas. You're gonna do day 9 exit ticket. Oh crap, I'm still filming. Okay. Ah, sorry.